All right, let's dive right into this explainer and discover how your breath is actually a hidden superpower toolkit. We're going to explore 5 essential, evidence-based breathing techniques designed specifically for kids. But honestly, the science behind these hacks is just as powerful for us adults.
So, have you ever felt like your big emotions are just completely running the show and you literally can't stop them? We've all been there, right? When anger, fear, or just a sudden sense of panic takes over, it feels like a monster has grabbed the steering wheel. But rigorous clinical science shows us that the ultimate medicine to regain control isn't found in a pill or a timeout. It's quite literally right under our noses.
Here is our superpower menu for today. 1. Your body's remote control. 2. The belly balloon. 3. The breath buddy. 4. The humming bee. 5. The strong ha and double bubble. And finally 6. How to master your new superpowers. We'll see exactly which magical, evidence-based techniques can hack your biology and boost your focus.
Okay, Section 1, your body's remote control. To really get how these powers work, we first need to look at your autonomic nervous system, which acts perfectly like your body's internal control panel. Think of your sympathetic nervous system as your body's gas pedal. It speeds up your heart when you're stressed, angry, or need to run fast. You know, the classic fight or flight response. On the flip side is the parasympathetic nervous system. These are your brakes, which help you calm down, digest your food, and recover.
So the crucial question is, how do we actually press those brakes? Well, the answer is the vagus nerve. It's the body's superhighway, wandering all the way from your brainstem, down through your chest, right into your abdomen. By practicing slow, controlled exhalations, you physically stimulate this exact nerve. It releases a calming chemical called acetylcholine, instantly telling your heart to slow down and basically pumping the brakes on your stress. And when you send a calm, rhythmic signal from your belly via that vagus nerve, it directly alters how your brain's emotional centers process stress. It's a bottom-up approach. You change your body's rhythm, and your brain's emotional centers are literally forced to follow along and calm down.
And this is definitely not just theory. Take Dr. Richard Brown's work in an inner-city New York school. These traumatized, overwhelmed kids were actually running out of the building into the streets. But after teachers started leading just 5 minutes of daily breathing practice, the results were astounding. The staff reported that the runners had completely stopped running. It profoundly improved their emotional regulation.
Moving right along to Section 2, the belly balloon. Time to unlock our first specific superpower. This technique uses diaphragmatic breathing to actively massage that vagus nerve we just talked about, lowering stress hormones like cortisol.
So here's how you practice it. Many kids, and let's be honest, adults too, get stuck in shallow chest breathing when they're anxious. To fix this, lie flat and put a small weight, like a book or a bag of rice, right on your belly button. When you inhale slowly through your nose, try to push that book up toward the ceiling. When you exhale, let it sink back down. This gives you instant tactile feedback, retraining your neuromuscular pathways to use that big diaphragm muscle properly.
Section 3, the breath buddy. Now, what's really fascinating about our next superpower is that it relies on a specific mathematical rhythm to synchronize your cardiovascular and respiratory systems. Clinically, this is known as resonant breathing.
5.5. That right there is the golden rate. Research shows that for most adults, taking exactly 5.5 breaths per minute creates the maximum amplitude of heart rate oscillations. It perfectly synchronizes your heart and lungs. Now, because of their smaller size, younger kids naturally have a faster golden rate. Usually they need between 6 to 10 breaths per minute to reach this exact same state of perfect harmony.
To teach this to kids, we use the breath buddy. You just have them lie on their back and place a small stuffed animal right on their belly. They breathe in gently, maybe for a count of 4, making the buddy rise, and then breathe out gently for a count of 4, making the buddy fall. This equal rhythm is an absolutely phenomenal way for traumatized or anxious children to self-soothe at bedtime. It sends a massive signal of physiological safety straight to the brain.
Next up, Section 4, the humming bee. Known in ancient traditions as Brahmari pranayama, this technique uses the power of sound to send relaxing vibrations right into your nervous system.
The science here is absolutely wild. When you hum, the oral vibration stimulates a little sensors in your ear and airway, which connect directly to the vagus nerve. But even cooler? Exhaling with a hum drastically increases the production of a gas called nitric oxide in your sinuses. When this nitric oxide travels down to your lungs, it physically relaxes and opens up your airways, rapidly dropping your blood pressure. So how exactly do we do it?
Just sit up straight and place your index fingers gently on that little flap of ear cartilage, the tragus. Inhale deeply through your nose. Then exhale very slowly while making a soft humming sound, pressing in and out slightly on the ear. You'll literally feel the vibration in your head and chest. This instantly calms a hyperactive mind and gives busy kids a sharp boost of mental focus.
Section 5. Strong Haw and Double Bubble. For our final two superpowers, we are shifting gears from maintenance techniques to emergency tools. These are for rapid symptom management when those big feelings hit fast and hard.
First up is the strong haw. Step 1, inhale deeply. Step 2, thrust your arms forward. Step 3, forcefully shout the sound haw on the exhale. This is an active exhalation technique. Look, when kids feel explosive anger, telling them to just take a deep breath almost always backfires. The strong haw gives them a safe, physical way to rapidly release that intense emotional and muscular tension.
Second is the double bubble, clinically known as the physiological sigh. You take a deep breath in through the nose, then take a second quick little sip of air at the very top. Finally, release a long, slow exhale through the mouth. A major 2023 Stanford study actually found that this double inhale physically pops open collapsed air sacs in your lungs, while the long exhale dumps built-up carbon dioxide. It is the absolute fastest way to halt a panic attack or calm sudden tears.
Consider this table your ultimate cheat sheet for matching the right superpower to whatever emotional monster you're currently facing. The humming bee is perfect for anxiety and hyperactivity, providing that soothing vibration. The strong hat is your go-to for anger and frustration. And the double bubble? That is your emergency reset button for sudden panic and tears.
Finally, Section 6. Master your new superpowers. It's really important to know that by practicing these tools daily, whether it's the belly balloon with a book or the breath buddy before bed, you aren't just feeling better in the moment. You are fundamentally upgrading your vagal tone. This means your brain and body's long-term resilience against stress is getting stronger and stronger every single day.
So, I'll leave you with this. Which of these 5 superpowers will you choose the very next time you or a child in your life feels overwhelmed? Start experimenting today. Build up that vagal tone, and remember, the most profound tool you have to conquer the monsters in your mind has been hiding in your lungs all along.